Well, hello, Saints. It's that time of year again, whereas we approach Thanksgiving Day, and then we move into December with Christmas parties and work parties and family coming over, and then into the Christmas time where we'll have dinners and the such, and then New Year's and more celebration. And it's a wonderful time of year, and it's a time where almost inevitably we put on the weight, right? We come in from the outdoors, we move indoors, football's on TV, basketball is started now, and it just gives us a lot of opportunities to, instead of raking leaves or mowing the lawn or pounding nails or cutting off tree branches, our arms basically move from the chip bowl to our mouth and we watch TV. Now, I know that that's not true for all of us, but it's that time of year where we come indoors and we begin to nest a little bit, and it gets dark earlier, and we sleep more and probably eat more. Well, that's a great time of year, and we all look forward to it, and it really does have such wonderful qualities to it. So Thanksgiving becomes a time when we begin to put the weight on. And I want to use that title and say, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. In Philippians chapter 4, it says in verse 4 that the Apostle Paul, writing from prison, mind you, says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say rejoice. Let your gentleness be known to all men. The Lord is at hand. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. Let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds through Jesus Christ." I suppose you could say that anxiousness is not necessarily the presence of something as much as the absence of peace, God's peace. Fretting and worry can be the absence of divine confidence. And the Apostle Paul says, when you make your prayer request, add to it thanksgiving. And what will be added to you will be the peace of God that passes all understanding. Well, here's kind of what I like in these holiday times too. It's a time of a lot of movement, a lot of family interaction, a lot of work interaction, a lot of deadlines perhaps are being met, a lot of anticipation of buying gifts, waiting in line, ordering online, getting deliveries. And what happens is our very lives begin to, just through friction, we begin to be shaved a little bit of the weight comes off. And I end up losing perhaps my peace, or I lose perhaps my confidence, and I start seeing an erosion take place in my spiritual vitality. Well, it's when I'm lightening my load that I want to just pause for a time and just give thanks. And as I give thanks, God begins to add to me those things that were lost, and I begin to put on a spiritual weight, a weightiness of God's presence on my life. I begin to get His peace and His love and His joy and, all the fruit of the Spirit, gentleness and goodness and kindness and long suffering, and self-control. All those things begin to work in me, and I begin to be a person of substance again. So I want to use this season and this moment to invite you, one, to have a great holiday with your family and friends, and just enjoy one another. It's a great time of year we're beginning. But also, don't forget to give thanks. And as you do, watch how God will put the spiritual weight back on you, and that this will be a great season for you too. So let's give thanks together. God bless you. See you soon.